Today, we are going to be talking about self-esteem. We're going to start by washing our face, y'all. Washing our faces. But today's topic is self-esteem, y'all. Y'all, I'm using peppermint, tea tree oil, tea tree soap to wash my face with today. And we're going to be discussing self-esteem. To be exact, low self-esteem. But I also want you guys to understand how important your self-esteem is for you. Like, your self-esteem affects your confidence. It affects your notability. It affects your mood. It affects your insecurities. It affects your pretty much everything. Like, if you have low self-esteem, y'all, you don't really see the value in yourself. You don't see how much you're actually worth. You don't see how much people love you. You don't see, it's kind of hard for you to even achieve certain things. So, washing our faces now, but yes. So I'm going to kind of start off by talking about when I remember having low self-esteem. And one time, y'all, I never saw my worth. I never saw my value. And I often got stuck in the mindset of not being good enough, or not having enough, or not being talented enough, or it always being a competition in everything that I did. It's always a competition. It was always, I had dealt with jealousy, like just being jealous of other people. Me personally, I would say that my jealousy wasn't in a perspective of, it wasn't in the perspective of what somebody had, or it would just be like how people took to them. How people messed with somebody. I will also say that the low self-esteem I had was from being bullied and talked about and all of those things at a young age. Like, I really didn't see it affected so many things. Like, for instance, I used to get body shamed at a very, very young age, because I was always chunky. I was always thicker than the other girls. I was thicker than the other kids. I got shamed because people often thought that I flunked school because I looked older. I was more developed. I was more mature. I dealt with all of those things. Like, for goddamn sake, I done got cussed out by grown-ass men because they would think that I'm lying to them about how old I actually was. I would be 12. I would tell the person I'm 15 or I'm 12, and they'd be like, hell no, I know that's a lie. I also had like really crooked teeth coming up, so I was very self-conscious about my teeth. Very self-conscious about my feet. I hated my feet. So when it came to my teeth, people often say, it look like you chewing on bricks. It look like you chewing on bricks. Or like I would like a boy or something, or like somebody, and the moment I open my mouth, they would run away because of how bad my teeth were. And yeah, so it took me to grow up and actually see that people were in worse predicaments than I was, to understand how good I had it. Like, being naturally talented, being naturally beautiful without no makeup, you know. I'm not saying it's just ugly people or whatever, but I had to see a woman with 10 corns on her feet to appreciate my feet. Overall, just like gaining the mindset of being grateful for what you have was the biggest thing for me. I had to gain the mindset of being grateful for what I got instead of wanting this and wanting it. So it's kind of crazy now that I talk about it all the time. Like when I was younger, I was on the chunkier side. I was the thick girl with the big thighs, the big legs that everybody talked about. But now you see that everybody goes and pay for this. It literally took me to be like, damn, that's crazy. The skill sets I have, people want to learn. The look that I have, people want. You mean to tell me I'm mad at the way my feet look when somebody else got 10 corns on every toe and they wearing their sandals with no problem because they're comfortable in their skin and they love themselves and they're grateful for what they have, you know? It just opened my eyes. Not to say that what they had ain't shit, but just to show me that, damn, I should really be grateful. Like to sit here every day and act like it's an issue. You feel me? Or feel like something's not good enough when there's people who don't have arms and legs. There's people that have even bigger issues. So then, like, once I finally did accept my teeth being the way they were, God just changed it. Like, he came in and I had an opportunity to get free braces. But I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I hate my teeth. I hate this about myself. And then, just like that, the moment I started accepting who I was, I received free braces. It was crazy. I had accepted the fact that I wasn't going to be able to afford them because we were very poor. I had accepted the fact that we wasn't going to be able to afford them. I accepted the fact that I wasn't going to have braces. I accepted the fact that my smile was always going to be crooked. And I told myself that I was going to love it. Ouch. I told myself that I was going to love it no matter what. And guess what? I had made a decision to stop smiling with my mouth closed. And I actually started smiling and getting look at my mouth and shit. And that's when it happened. God was like, that's all I wanted. I wanted you to love yourself for who you were. And whatever your circumstance was, and that's what I did. Next thing I know, something came in and changed it. God came in and changed it. So yeah, like, having low self-esteem, it can be kind of hard to build that up and become a different person. I'm not gonna lie. It can be very difficult. But in the end, it's gonna be beneficial to you to be in a better place with yourself because you're gonna gain more from having a positive mindset about what you do have. And I feel like this conversation is way deeper than what we're talking about. But yeah, it's way deeper than that. And we can have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5 talking about self-esteem because there's so many different aspects of self-esteem that play a part in perspective in what we're doing. But I'm going to we have one person that's going to come in and kind of comment on the topic. Hey, you got 5 minutes? I said you got 5 minutes. I just wanted to ask you a question. I got the podcast on, the live one. Okay, hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all, we have someone on here. We probably keep them for like 5 minutes at max. I was just pretty much talking to them about like self-esteem and like the pros and cons of having low self-esteem. Well, it ain't no con. It's no pros in having low self-esteem, my bad. But the cons in having low self-esteem and maybe a way that they could overcome having low self-esteem type of thing. So I told them like some of my situations that I dealt with growing up, and I figured like from a male perspective, you could probably give them something, you know,
Yeah.
a little jewel or not.
I mean, I don't really have a jewel or nothing, but I do know, like, as far as like self-esteem goes, it's like somebody else's are not as good when in actuality that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like definitely self-esteem comes from, you know, within many different ways. How many things you can, like, for me, I knew I used to not feel right if I didn't have a haircut. I used to know, but like it was ridiculous. I wouldn't even go anywhere because I didn't have a haircut. Until, you know, one day that shit just didn't matter. I think I had got the finest girl in school number. And I was looking dusty as all get out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
somebody got the finest girl number in school.
Man, I thought I was looking dusty as all get out. But you never really know what you look like to people, so you just gotta, like, I don't know.
You could be dusty. If somebody like you, they might like you, period.
Yeah, they gonna like you. Can't stop a like.
So whatever imperfection you may have, it's somebody out there that's gonna adore it and love it, or whatever. He probably was at his worst perspective, and somebody else probably thought that shit was fine as hell. Like,
yeah. So I mean, anything that you see as an imperfection, just make the shit work for you.
Yeah, I feel like now, like in this day and time, it's a lot easier to be imperfect and win. You know what I mean?
The imperfect motherfuckers is winning.
Winning. It's winning this time, this season, okay?
Man, like if you are the weirder, the better. So whatever. Like nobody's fucking around with that normal shit anymore, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Because everybody was fighting to be normal instead of just being. So you just gotta be.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. So I kind of just, yeah, y'all heard what I said. So I believe the same shit. Like really just believe in yourself and take what you have and be appreciative of it and make the best out of it. Period. That's real talk, cause
damn, you bro, you're talking that live stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling them how my teeth used to be crooked. Like I used to open my mouth and somebody would run away from me. Like, but I mean, one day eventually, I said to myself, like, I don't care about my teeth. Like, I used to close my mouth. Like, I used to like try my best for nobody to see them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then one day I was just like, shit, fuck it. I'm about to laugh with my mouth open. I don't care what people think about me. But I just had that attitude. And then I swear to God, the next week after I accepted myself, I had got that. My younger brother had brought home a thing that said free braces. And I had got free braces. But it was something that I never imagined. Like, you know what I'm saying? What happened?
Right.
But yeah, so.
No, that really does happen. I see that. Yeah, that's real shit. I'm over here like, you.
So yeah.
I feel like with you can't attack yourself up for every little thing, like your smile, like your feet. It's too many parts on the body that you know.
Bro, my feet was my main thing I hated the most.
Oh man, I hated myself.
Like I told them, like it took me to see a lady with 10 corns for me to accept my feet. And she was wearing them bitches. You hear me? She was wearing them bitches happily. Like she was the shit. And I was like, oh, I'm never hiding my feet again. Fuck this.
No, don't do that shit.
But thank you. I'm about to go ahead and, well, it's actually a lot of y'all in here, but y'all, this bath is over. And y'all already know what's up. Y'all got to catch me in the next one. But I really do hope that some of these things that was said help a lot of you guys out there with low self-esteem, because just accept yourself. Like, you can't control, like, try not to care and worry about things that you can't control. And I don't mean control, like, you know, they created ways to control shit now. You know what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying, like.
No, right. I totally agree. Thank you for this phone call.
Yes, thank you. So, thank you for answering, and I'm gonna call you back, and I'm about to go ahead and end this live.
All right now.
Thanks. So yeah, y'all, like, now that's from a male perspective. He out here bagging bitches on his dustiest day ever, okay? And that's on God. He getting the finest bitch in the school, period, that he can find. You feel me? On probably the day that he felt like he looked the worst. That's a prime example of don't give a fuck about it. Don't even give a fuck. Just be yourself. And look, I'll tell you one thing. If somebody can accept you at your worst, I feel like they deserve you at your best, okay? Period. But I do, let me stop being goofy. This is very serious. I really do hope y'all got something from this, though. So, I'm going to holler at y'all. Hey, guys. I am going to holler at y'all in the next one. I love you guys so much. And, yeah. Make sure y'all stay tuned. If y'all want, comment down below some topics that y'all would like us to talk about. And, yeah. That's about it. Peace, y'all.